Yo, everybody, what's going on? Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode 2 of the Main Frequency. We got Saden over here. What's going on, Saden?
Waiting for the release of Second Galaxy that will probably never come.
The release of You don't think it'll ever come? You really think they're just going to abandon us? I
Well,
wouldn't.
we can at least look at what all the other players think.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we'll just jump into last week's question, I guess, then, all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So last week, we asked, when do you think the game will be released? By the 20th of August. That's not happening, I don't think. By the 10th of September.
3 days, no way.
Sometime in October, anytime after that. What do you think? We didn't look, right? I didn't look. You didn't look?
No.
Okay.
Then look. I think most people are gonna think it's gonna be sometime in October, honestly.
We're talking about Second Galaxy. Sometime in October. You think it's going to be sometime in October?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. Well, we're about to talk about it. Last week, I think I said sometime between the 17th of September and the 20th of September, but I've changed my mind. I think we might actually get it when they say that they're going to release it. I think so.
Wow. Maybe.
Well, let's take a look and see what everybody said. So look at the results.
Okay. Yep.
And the winner, 6 votes for by the 10th of September. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, dang.
Hey, I got it. And then by the 20th of August, sometime in October and anytime after that, just kind of staircase down there. Not too bad.
Yep.
Not too bad.
Yep.
All right. So that's last week's question. Let's take a look at this week's question, and we'll link that for you guys for those of you that are watching, we'll link it for you in the stream chat. And for those of you guys listening out there, we will post it on our Twitter. How many followers will Second Galaxy have on Instagram by the 25th? And as of today, they have 455 followers. Will it be 500 to 750, 751 to 1,000, a little over 1,000 to 1,500, or more than 1,500 by the end of their event? It's anyone's guess, honestly.
Yeah, really. I mean, Instagram.
Instagram.
Although they're probably going to get a lot of people just because they are paying money for followers, pretty much. So
they're paying people money for followers. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
I just thought that this was a hilarious question. Second Galaxy and Instagram, like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your week so far, man? It's Saturday.
Yeah. My week has been a week. I'm been working on college. Have not done anything really special.
Mm-hmm.
Been hanging around in Discord a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching this, I've probably talked to you on Discord at least quite a bit.
Yeah, and you're active in a lot of the Discords too. You're active in
Yeah, I'm in every single Discord channel that anyone's shared in Second Galaxy. So
he's stalking all of you.
Yeah, I'm stalking all of you. I love you all.
Oh, baby. Yeah, man. All right. Well, shall we get into this week's meat?
Yes.
We got some juicy stuff to share with you guys. We've got some juicy stuff. All right. So for those of you guys that aren't quite sure what's going on, Second Galaxy is a mobile game that's coming out, and it's not a mobile game anymore, just a mobile game. They are going to be sharing this on Steam. Oh, you know what I just realized, dude?
What?
Hang on a sec. Hey, hang on. We got something I got to do really fast here. Share screen.
What did you mess up?
There, nothing. I messed up nothing. There, now you can see.
You messed up nothing. You're great.
Now you can see. Yeah. All right. So Second Galaxy is coming out on the PC as well for Steam. Oh,
yes.
Fancy. That's right. And they say here, if you can read it, planned release date September 11th.
Well, let's hope they're telling the truth with that.
Yeah. But
they've still haven't actually set an official release date.
I know.
Ah!
So there's a few things with this that, I mean, we could talk about this for 5 minutes, but I don't want to. I just want to address a few points. The first point being they're releasing a game on September 11th. Now,
Yeah.
for those of you that are under the age of 18, I'm going to tell you about something that you might have learned about in school. September 11th, the United States got involved in a terrorist attack where the Twin Towers in New York City fell. And I remember where I was when that happened. Like, I was in bed. It was 7 o'clock on the West Coast, and I woke up and I said, Mom, Dad, somebody attacked New York. And it was unprecedented. Like, that's something like that has never happened in the United States. Yeah. So a lot of people died that day. It is widely regarded as one of the most harrowing events in the history of our country. And I don't think I agree with releasing a game on a day that many people, at least in the United States and maybe even nearby countries or countries, you know, across the sea, that are going to be super crazy about a September 11th release date. I mean, you know, I'm sure that they're not going to be on, you know, Twitter or CNN saying, yeah, Second Galaxy releasing a game on September 11th. That's just unheard of. But at the same time, go ahead.
Yeah, it just seems wrong to be celebrating something on a day that something so terrible happened.
Right. I'm not the hugest fan. I digress. Let's move to so planned release date September 11th. They have said on Facebook planned release, or was it Facebook? No, it wasn't Facebook.
I think it was Facebook Messenger.
No, it was the App Store, right? Was it the App Store? What's this? No, we're not there yet. I believe it was the App Store that says that the planned release date is September 9th or 10th. So
yeah, I've seen stuff on Facebook saying it's 10th, and also their messages, I believe just their auto reply messages basically say it's early September. So we don't even get a date.
We don't. And I asked one of the Zlong reps in Discord privately and said, hey, when is your game launching? And they actually didn't give me a date. So I'm trying to schedule off work, right? Like, I'd like to schedule the release of this game because I like this game. I'm hyped up. I made a podcast for it. There's obviously some care going on here, and all I want is a date so I can put in a 2-week notice for getting a day off. And they're not giving it to me.
And we can't exactly take an entire week off.
We are 3 weeks away. Yeah, I'd have to schedule that like a year in advance.
Yeah.
We're not getting it. So that's kind of disappointing. They did, however, announce that they are done with development. So we got this post on we got this post on Facebook. Second Galaxy is feeling fresh. Luckily for you, all of our testing is over, Commanders. All that's left now is to wait for the big launch.
Wait 3 weeks for the big launch.
Oh my gosh. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? All right, so we're gonna.
They probably weren't.
Maybe we're gonna give them a teaser. We're gonna give you this beta for a month, and you guys are gonna enjoy that. And then we're gonna take the game away from you for a month.
Yeah.
Over a month.
Over a month, yeah, almost 5 weeks.
Wow.
Dang. Wow. And that's only if they don't push the release date back even farther.
I know, and there's 63 comments on this post, and without even looking at them, I know what every single one of them says.
Yeah.
Release the game already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you say all the testing is over, I mean, I would expect the game to be launched in a week at most.
I know. But they're not doing that. Let's give them a little credit where credit is due. After they stopped the beta, when the beta ended, they started releasing about every other day updates on things that they were doing to progress. So, hey, Commanders, we've patched a whole bunch of stuff, and we've updated some things, and we've heard your feedback, and we've made these changes where you guys said you wanted changes. So Yes, and I was really happy, and I posted on the Reddit where they were the log because I wasn't reading Facebook that much. That I support you guys. Thank you for developing while the game is down. It shows that you're making progress. Thumbs up to you. Awesome. I can't say that anymore because the game is literally down for 3 more weeks, and it's hard to defend them.
Yeah, and because they're not doing anything, we're not getting any updates.
No
Or
updates.
at least if they are doing something, they certainly aren't telling us what they're doing. I mean, it's possible that they're trying to to put in a gap to create hype, but honestly, all they're doing is losing all the hype they generated.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
I have no idea why they would be doing this. This seems like just a really bad strategy.
Yeah, okay. So here, let's try attributing this to something in real life. Okay, so you've got tickets being released for a show, we'll say, okay? Maybe like a band that you love is playing. Tickets get released probably like 6 months to a year in advance, okay? You get hyped up because there's that rush to get to whatever ticketing agency you've got and get those good tickets, right? You don't want to be up in the rafters or whatever. You want to be down in the front. So you get on there, you get all the hype, boom, opening day, and then you grab your tickets and you get them. Now you have to wait for a year. You have forgotten about those things until the day that the show is, or maybe the night before or something. You just forget about it. Completely forget about it. Nobody's talking about it. Oh my gosh, I got tickets for this thing that's happening in 8 months. Neat. Right? Yeah. So then the show comes and everybody hits the gates, but there's no talk of it until then. No hype to build. You're not getting that snowball that was rolling down that hill while the beta was going has now stopped completely.
Yeah.
The snowball has stopped moving. The avalanche is no more. And I think this is a mistake, especially considering their competitor is going to be releasing their alpha on what, the 28th, I think?
Yeah, 28th.
Oof. Eve Echoes is coming out with their mobile alpha on, I think, the 28th. Don't quote me, but it's sometime late August. Oof. And we talked about this a little bit last week. CCP has the stronger IP. And we've got a lot of people who are Eve players or interested in getting their hands on something. So let's say that the alpha starts the 28th. And
26th.
We've got
I just looked it up.
The 26th. Thank you. Okay, so the alpha starts the 26th. All these people that are waiting for this game go and flock over to that alpha. I believe it's region locked. But anyway.
Yeah.
So they flock over to that game. That game is going. But then Second Galaxy releases right like a week and a half, 2 weeks after. Are they going to come back? Are they deep into the alpha? What is going to happen? What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, what I think we'll be seeing is we'll have a massive exodus of players coming in, like, out of the Echoes Alpha when it ends in sometime in September, or 20th September. We'll have a massive exodus from that, and the player base of Second Galaxy will skyrocket.
Okay, so you think...
okay. as soon as we get an Echoes open beta or the full release, Second Galaxy is going to become a ghost town. So I think Second Galaxy is just going to be the interim.
Yeah, you're saying Second Galaxy is going to be the pinch hitter that people go to when Eve Echoes isn't up.
Yeah, that's their placeholder.
Oof. What do you think about the Asian population, like especially the Chinese?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like that could go either way, but I think it's a slightly higher chance that they would flock towards a
active platform.
A Chinese game.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And also depending on how, just the difference in the gameplay, because we actually have seen an Asian Eve Echoes alpha. I've seen some of that. I'm in another Discord server.
Oh,
but
really?
They posted some gameplay from that. Yeah. Eve Echoes has already had an Asian alpha.
Oh, I think I remember seeing it too.
So, and I noticed the UI
Yeah.
looked significantly different.
It does.
So, yeah, so I'm really not sure how it could go because Second Galaxy, if it has more AFK stuff, more autoplay, it could attract a different crowd than Eve Echoes would if it's just you do everything online.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it could. I think that what we'll wind up seeing is there'll be a bump on release. So, release will be a good peak, and then it will kind of fall off until the next patch, and then it'll go up a little bit, and then it'll just, whenever Eve Echoes gets released, then it will decide where it settles.
yeah,
Because you can't, in a game like this isn't really an idle clicker, so you're not going to find a lot of, I'm playing both games at the same time. No, I believe that these are both very hands-on games with some auto mechanics, but you're not going to be able to auto mechanic a fleet fight for sovereignty or something like that.
yeah.
Right.
And honestly, if someone does have the brain capacity and time to run 6 accounts, why would they split those accounts between 2 games? In a game like this, you would want
all of
the
your
more
accounts.
strength in one game.
Right, exactly. What I really don't understand is give Second Galaxy commanders anal probes. What does that even mean?
What?
On the image that they put out.
This is confusing.
Non sequitur.
This is very confusing.
So I guess on that note, we can swing right into our next topic. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
All right.
Help.
So let's.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
I'm not spiritually prepared for this.
All right. So let's touch on what Second Galaxy is first, and then we'll talk about what we're getting into here. So Second Galaxy is I would call it a third person open world. No, we talked about this last week. Not spreadsheets. Come on, man. It's a third person open world shooter, maybe? I guess.
Not really a shooter.
Well, it kind of is. It's almost like Rebel Galaxy more than it is like Eve, I think.
Yeah, but I think of like a third person shooter as in like imagine
like an like a Fortnite.
Well, I was thinking more in this space. I was thinking imagine like Eve Valkyrie if you could see behind a ship, where it's more like a dogfight where you're actually controlling all the movements of the ship.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So
okay, so it's like that. It's like a third person
controlling, because you're not actually directly doing stuff. You're commanding a ship. You're not flying a ship.
How do you in genre Eve? I think third person open world is really the best we can get. Third person open world shooter game.
Yeah.
I say shooter game again. I just keep throwing that shooter in there.
Said action game, so
there
I think that's probably better. Yeah.
Okay.
Third person open world sci-fi action game.
So this is a game that's being released on mobile, and there's going to be a PC client. But here is the caveat. So what group of people does that entice or attract? I think it attracts some strategy players because there's like conquerable space. It attracts people that like to shoot stuff and win because you can blow up people and you kill them and you get their loot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it attracts a little bit of everything. Does it necessarily attract the first person shooter players? No. Does it attract the loot box arcade or whatever games you open, like Overwatch? Well, it's FPS still kind of. No, it doesn't.
No.
Does it attract the players that like hot anime waifus?
Definitely not.
No, it's sci-fi.
They should try. I want spaceship girls like as her land in space, man.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you better take it back. You might have just given him an idea. Yostar is
okay.
going
Yep,
after
sorry.
it now.
Take that back. Okay. Okay, cool.
Copyright it,
Let's
patent
just
it quick.
Hope they don't see this.
All right. So we've determined that a sci-fi space open world third-person game is not going to attract those elements. It's not going to attract an idle clicker either, because it's not an idle clicker game, right?
No, they have an auto battle system, but that's just you get to fire your guns automatically. Your guns cycle automatically.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
then why on God's green earth do we have these ads? And I'm going to play these ads really quick. And for those of you guys listening, this is a guy, you might have seen it on Facebook or wherever. This is a guy sitting in front of a computer with his eyes closed, asleep, and it says he's working. And then down below, we see a ship that says autoplay. And I'm going to play the ad here. And it's got some music. And the guy's working, all right? And the ship level is going up, and the ship is supposedly upgrading.
And it's rotating.
And it's rotating. Oh, man. So autoplay, you just got up to level 60 or something. Go you. All right. So is this accurate? Is this what the game is going to be like?
Not in the slightest. What are they thinking?
What are they thinking?
Yeah.
Who are they advertising to?
The wrong people.
The wrong people. So they're going to pick up this game thinking that, oh my gosh, I can just put my phone on the desk and I'm going to level up and get bigger ship, stronger level. I'm going to be really good at the game, and it looks so cool. These graphics are amazing.
Yeah.
No, that is not how this game works. Okay, but we've got another ad that's, in my opinion, even more cringy. And we'll talk about why in a moment. But let's take a look at this ad. So this ad, you guys can just hear this one. There's really nothing important to see here except for this guy is looking at a loot box. And he's staring at his phone. Okay, anyway, here it is.
Let's see if we get lucky today. Okay, first pull. Neo Europa Battleship. Not bad.
What?
Not bad at all.
What?
Surely we can do better than
What?
that. Come on, one more time. Oh yes! A super rare Oracle Titan. We just got one of the most powerful ships in the game, people. Let's do some more damage.
Okay, so I want to talk a few points on this video that I have a personal problem with. We all know that scripted videos happen, you know, to appeal to players, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is obviously scripted, and we can tell because after he's done, he just sits there and waits for the cut. Kind of lame, okay? Now, I've been involved in advertising before, and it's been a rocky road, but let me tell you, nothing about this makes me a player that actually wants to play the game. This is the opposite of what I wanted. I don't want a gacha where I have to spend money on loot boxes to unlock ships or get a ship to fly. We just got one of the most powerful ships in the game, people, and he opened a loot crate. See ya. Not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So, Zilong, you're cannibalizing your fans by doing this. Do you know that? We cringe at it, but we also worry at the same time. So we get cringe first, and then after the cringe is done, because that was a terrible ad, we're like, oh, wait. They're not actually thinking to do that, are they?
Yeah, because the last thing we want is another gacha. Because, like, as Sig has said before, he's trying to get out of gachas.
Yeah. Peace out, you guys.
Yeah, and this game is nothing like a gacha. So why are they even using similar ads?
Who is this guy? Who is this guy in the ad? Do we even know who this is?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have never seen that.
Okay, well, I don't trust him, and here's why. He's got his 3-button collar buttoned up all the way. He's practically choking. What the heck?
Yeah.
Who does that? Who does that?
That's...
Oof. All right.
Sad.
So let me tell you guys something. back when I played Azur Lane, okay, I was a gacha player, we all know.
Yes.
I was in communication with Yostar, and I was helping them advertise their game. I was a fan of their game. I was behind it. I thought that Azur Lane was a great game. I wanted to help them promote in global. So I wanted waifus. That's right. So I shared with them myself as a resource. I said, you know what? I'm going to stream your game. And I love gachas. Like, I've played gachas before. I played gachas since 2011. Azur Lane came out last year? Yeah, last year. And I got excited. So I said, Yostar, do you want some content? And they said yes. And I said, okay, watch my stream. And they watched my stream. And they saw this. Now, you were going to see the first 30 seconds, and we're going to pause it after the 30 seconds. They use that as an advertisement for their game. This ad, here it is. Finish all, he says. All right, here we go. Boom. There go all of my quick finishers. And number 1, Nevada. Number 2, Kent. Number 3, another Nevada. Number 4, freaking Hood, dude. Holy crap. Knocked it out of the park. Yo, we did it, boys. And then at that point, it faded to the Azur Lane logo, and that was it. So you had this old man screaming about how excited he was that he got this super rare ship. And I got so made fun of. You don't even... Who's that old man screaming about some underage anime girls? Let me tell you, that was me. Now, everybody that saw that ad... No, I shouldn't say everybody. Because this happened live on stream, remember. A lot of people... I'm going to use the correct words here, said that was totally fake. Why is some man screaming about this? And there were so many videos that came after it about ridiculousness. But would you guys like to know a little tidbit of information here? So let me show you. After speaking with the people at Yostar, I said, how many impressions have my ads received on YouTube? 10 million impressions. They paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to get that ad out there. And do you know what? To this day, I get messages from people on YouTube saying, Siigari, thank you. Thank you for getting me into this game. And let me see if I can pull it up here.
I mean, you also get people saying, Siigari, I hate you. You're annoying.
Right.
That is the most annoying ad I've seen.
I'll just read this here. Thank you, Mr. Hood. This is a comment. Thank you, Mr. Hood guy. You brought me into this game because they just bombarded me with this ad. I don't hate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and happy first year anniversary. They just had their first year anniversary.
That's
today.
awesome.
Yeah. You should have been featured in the first year anniversary stream, to be honest, despite all the hate you got a year ago. Dang. Okay. So a lot of people saw that terrible cringy ad and played the game because of it. Now here's the difference between, in my opinion, my ad and that ad. That ad is not representative of true gameplay. This ad is. This ad actually happened. This ad happened while I was playing the game. And then I actually, I'm not gonna play it, but if we skip through here, those of you guys watching on stream can see the rest of the polls. And I got another one, and when I actually got the last super rare here, I'll play it, and I don't freak out because I didn't need that unit, and I didn't really want that unit. Kent, and then I do some finger guns. Nailed it. And that's it. Nailed it. I wasn't like super crazy excited, but I really wanted Hood. So I really drove that home. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, Elong, you got to advertise to the right people. You are not doing a good job of advertising. And to be totally honest, I have turned off ad block and flipped through Facebook looking for ads, and I don't see them as much. Even though it should be throwing those ads in my face right now, because I've been Googling and searching, and it's what's relevant to me. They're not paying a lot of money for advertising. What's going on with that?
Yeah, and like we've seen, the ads that we do see are really low quality. They're just copy paste of every single other ad for pretty much any game on the market.
They are. Now, I can tell you why that is, and those of you guys listening, I can tell you why. So there are ad agencies, especially from the games that I have witnessed that come out of China, and I just say that because I have some experience with the gacha companies and stuff. Yostar exported all of their ads, especially the freaking hood one, to an ad company. The ad companies have a formula, and they run certain ads a certain way. So the ad company says, what have you got? We're thinking about doing something like this. And then the company sends over their game assets, and the ad company puts it together, and it makes it terrible. So, for example, using Azur Lane as the example, they had an ad where you could click on your units while they were in their dorm, which is basically just a place for them to get free XP. And it showed you them clicking them, and they got all happy, and they made cutesy faces and stuff. But that doesn't happen in the game. In the game, you click on them, and they just kind of bounce, and that's it. They don't give you anything. So, not truly representative of the actual gameplay, but it gives you an idea of the setting and what looks good. Neither of these game ads for Second Galaxy, though, really showed the gameplay, did they?
No,
they showed the exact same scene. Like, if we go and look at them, if we go and look at them here, both of these are the exact same setting. One is just showing the ships show up in a gacha, and one is just the exact same setting showing ships. They're both in a hangar with this little light thing underneath it. Same thing. They're not even trying.
Yeah. And can we also mention that they have awesome looking cinematics? They have several of them, at least 3 of them. I know, like 2 of which are 30 seconds long, which is the perfect length for an ad. They have these awesome looking cinematics on their YouTube channel, but they aren't using these for advertising.
We showed one of them last week, except it wasn't a cinematic video. One of them was not cinematic. One of them was.
Yeah.
The one that wasn't
with
cinematic
gameplay.
was legit gameplay, and that was awesome. I got so hyped seeing that
Yeah.
because it's showing the game content. You put that gameplay demonstration, that 30-second gameplay demonstration in an ad, all the EVE players would be like, what? I can play this on the toilet? Oh, sign me up.
Yeah, or if we could get a side-by-side cinematic gameplay ad, I would love that.
That would be awesome. And I have to take it back. I don't think EVE players would play EVE on play another game other than EVE on the toilet because they're remoting in while they're on the toilet. EVE players,
That's
man.
true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay. So overall, their ads not really knocking it out. I think that if they want to be successful, they have 3 weeks to show us some gameplay that we haven't seen before, or to really cater to a crowd of people that wants what I think they might be offering, which is just a slow-paced progress game where there's big fleet fights, and that would be great. Show me that, Xylon Games. Show me that.
Yeah. We aren't getting what we want. They're not targeting the right community. They're not communicating with the player base they have. They have, 4 admins in Discord?
I think so,
I've seen one of them do stuff. They've actually done a good bit with the channels, which looks relatively good. I mean, you can see that they're at least doing stuff. But they're not communicating with the players. We haven't heard anything from them in their announcement channels. Like, what I'd like to see in this dead gap, where even if they can't release their bug fixes like they were doing earlier, they could still release information on the game, information on weapons, information on ships, information on lore.
Well, okay, I want to stop you right there, though. Aren't they doing that?
Yeah.
Don't they have that new website with the ships?
Yes,
That's cool.
They do have some of that, but that's actually been up ever since the pre-registration opened.
Oh, wait, really?
They have, unless you're talking about a different website, their main website has like half a dozen ships or 8 ships or something. That's been up there since since I pre-registered like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, and that also doesn't really give much information on the ships. What I'd like to see is
yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it now, and I'll share it. I'll share
Yeah.
it with the viewers here. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, what I'd like to see is ship stats, weapons, what they're used for, not just that we have weapon, particle cannon, weapon, missile launcher. I want to see like missile launcher. Most of their effective range is between 50 and 75 kilometers. I want to see some stats like this, or just lore on why the NEF developed in the direction of missile launchers. We have some information on the lore for the different stuff, and also, can we mention USSH? That's an entire nation that we have not seen any lore on. So there are a lot of areas that they could expand into.
I think
But-
so.
They don't.
Now, let me counterpoint you, because you brought up some
Okay.
really good stuff. Here's the thing that I have with that. You want to see stats. I want to see stats too. But how important is it to
Yeah.
see stats in a game that we don't know how big a kilometer is? I mean, obviously we know a kilometer is 1,000
That
meters.
is true.
Fine.
Yeah.
But we don't know how the ranges are going to interact. We don't know what damage numbers mean. We can sit here and theory craft. Okay, so this ship has got 1,000 HP and it can deal 100 DPS. So if I got in optimal range of this other ship that has 2,000 HP that also does 100 DPS, I would get toasted. But then there's all these modules and stuff that you can put on the ship. Like, there's too many question marks that we can't fill in without them releasing the game, in my opinion. So yes, it would be fun, and we have some of the content from beta that we can, pour over. But at the end of the day, until we put it into practice, how much does it matter?
Well, personally, just because I love theory crafting in games. Like, I adored theory crafting in EVE.
Sure.
So, honestly, speaking just for me personally, I would love it if they would release just basically teaser stats. So we can start speculating. I love speculating,
Okay.
even if it doesn't really come out too much.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
love speculating.
I could get on board
So-
with that. And here's my
Not that it would be useful. I'm not saying it would be useful, but I'm saying I personally would really enjoy that.
my biggest worry is if they actually release teaser stats and then those stats are like fully buffed or something,
Oh.
and they're not like base stats, or if they release the base
Yeah,
stats then we
I
don't
hate
know. So it could just open a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
Or actual gameplay. Like, release something that has content that we can sink our teeth into.
Yeah. Or
Not
even
this
just
fluff.
lore. Just even give us more lore.
Duh.
Or
we talked about
shit.
this.
Yeah,
Lore.
but
You still on this lore thing, dude.
I'm still on this lore thing, but also there are ships. There's an entire nation, faction, whatever they want to call it, that we have seen the graphic design for one ship for. This is the USSH.
The USSH, yeah, you're
If
right.
they could release information on that, like if you look in the Discord, so the Second Galaxy Discord has a specific channel for all the 5 different nations. A lot of the nation-related conversation in USSH is asking, what the heck is this nation?
It's the nation that's not going to be released. They're not going to release it. It's going to be like a DLC or
Oh gosh.
something.
Please, not a premium nation.
I'm telling you, dude, it's
Please
going to happen.
no.
It's
Please
not. They're
no.
not going to be available at launch. I almost guarantee you.
Well, yeah, if they're not available at launch, I'm kind of okay with that.
This
but
company is trying really hard. Why would you be okay with that? No. Now I've got to correct
No,
you
I
because
just don't
if-
want to see a premium nation, like a nation that you have to pay money to get into.
I hear you there. My fear is that they will bring out the USSH after I'm already like deep into the nation that I want to play, and it's like, what now?
Well,
Do I have to reroll to get these awesome passive benefits? Like, what?
yeah, well, I don't think something like that will happen because the nation just chooses starting skills. Now, nations and careers are different. Careers give passive buffs that last through the entire game, and they're probably relevant through the entire game.
Okay.
So if they added another career after release, I would be so pissed, honestly.
Right. Exactly.
But I don't think adding another nation would be that bad, because even if you have like capital ships trained in all the other 4 nations, you can still go back and start training USSH ships with no loss.
That's true, but you don't have the passive benefit.
What do you mean passive benefit?
Well, you said that there are 4 racial traits like explorer.
No.
Yeah.
Those are basically classes. They're
classes.
roles.
Okay.
They're buffs that start, and they're chosen independently of each nation.
Okay.
So
Okay,
each
I
nation
understand.
can choose the 4.
So
Yeah.
this isn't something to really be upset about,
Yeah. So
unless they release it as DLC.
yeah, that's when
Then
we
that's
would
just
be
like
really unhappy.
whatever. All right. Hey, you know what, Satan?
What?
We went way off script.
Okay. Yeah.
We seriously did. I mean, it's fun to talk about, but oh my gosh. All
Yeah.
right. So
And we can actually come back to that later in our second part.
totally. Yeah. No, that's
So
something we got
yeah.
planned. But let's
we'll
go
be
back.
touching on that later.
Let's go back to the marketing, because the marketing is really so. This episode's titled "Marketing for Dummies," because let's face it, mobile marketing for dummies, they're not doing a very good job. So let's take a look at just exactly why. And we're gonna pop up the screen here. So we're looking at their Twitter. Now, their Twitter didn't have a contest or anything, right? Not their Twitter. Was it their Facebook?
No, their Instagram had the contest.
Okay, so well they had one last
Did they have
week.
one before?
Yeah, they had. This is their second contest.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they did. All right. Well, anyway, 84 followers on their Twitter. 84. I can count that on one hand.
Wow, you have a lot of fingers, man. Wow.
84. All right. No, I can't do that on one hand. I tried.
Siigari?
I'm like, okay, hands. Let's go. Okay, that's not a lot. That's sub 3 digits. 84 followers for a game joined June 2019. Now, we've talked about this before. This is an Asian release. It's coming from China. So I haven't looked at like their Weibo or their forums or anything like that, which we probably should start doing now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But 84 followers on Second Galaxy Twitter is just, that's shameful.
Actually, okay, before we get into this, can we look at the pre-registration page, or was that something you wanted to do later?
Oh, we can look at it. I'm following them, by the way. I followed their Twitter.
I'm not on Twitter.
Support.
I didn't follow their Twitter. I'm following their Instagram and YouTube, but because I think I have a Twitter account.
All right, so you want to see their pre-registration? Okay, pre-registered.
Yeah, the pre-registration numbers.
Scrolling down, 563,701 commanders have pre-registered, and there are 84 followers on Twitter.
And just saying, since I checked that like yesterday or the day before, they've gained 30,000 pre-registers.
Yeah.
And how many followers?
5. They got 5.
Whatever.
The last time I refreshed this page was last week, and it was at 79 followers.
So, what percentage of 30,000 is 5?
All right, time to do my calculator.
Yeah.
What percentage of 30,000? Okay, 5 divided by 30,000 is, it doesn't even calculate that far.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's 1/6000th. I could have done that in my head, actually. I just relied on the calculator. 1/6000th. Okay, so we've learned traditionally that in online gaming, and to some, I can't say for mobile gaming because I don't actually have the numbers, 5% of your gaming population will be active in some form of communication. Forums, Reddit, Discord, social media. 5% will be active. So that means that if you have a active subscribing, I'm going to use subscribing because I'm old school, an active subscribing player base of 1 million players, you can expect to see about 500,000 of those players talking about the game in a active community.
That's 50%. You just wait. Did I just get the numbers right? It sounded like you said 1,000,000 and 500,000.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. 50.
I think you did.
Okay.
Okay.
5,000, 50,000 players. Sorry. 50,000 players would be active. All right.
Yeah.
Times 0.05. 50,000. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely. Okay, I said 50,000.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
50,000 is a lot of people. And I did say 500,000 the first time, so I apologize. 50,000 people, that's spread out on different platforms, or maybe some of them, cross over and they've got the people that are active on Reddit and Discord and the forums. We don't know. But 84 out of 500,000, that's something messed up. Let's take a look at their Instagram. Now, their Instagram, they've got a current campaign going, and they're giving away 20 $20 Amazon gift cards. So, let's talk about the prize for starters. Is this game available on Amazon? Maybe.
So
probably not.
Also, who would be playing this game? Gamers. Probably more specifically, mobile gamers.
There's a lot of mobile games you can get on Amazon.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But
I'm gonna check while we're talking.
What are really probably the single biggest platform to get mobile games off of? Google Play.
Oh yeah, iTunes Store or Google Play.
Or iTunes or Google Play.
And it is not available on Amazon. I just looked.
Okay, so
they're giving away a prize for a platform you can't even play with it. The money.
Yeah. So
what?
I mean, it would make sense if they did an iTunes or Google Play gift card. It would also make sense if they did a Steam gift card, because they're targeting gamers.
There you go.
But Amazon?
Doesn't make sense. Now it's true that you can convert your Amazon balance, or you can buy gift cards. So I could play like $500 of Google Play credit on the Amazon store. But that is not, I guess what I'm saying is that, okay, so for example, I've been really wanting a laptop for a while. I want a gaming laptop, okay, that I could take with me to work, have something, I'm actually kind of want the MSI Stealth, not a paid ad, by the way. And I want to take it to work, so I'm saving up my money for it. So if I got a $20 gift card from Second Galaxy for Amazon, sweet, dude, that's going towards that laptop.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm thinking of. Like, I see the company giving away Amazon gift card. I immediately detach from Google Play credit because I have an Android, okay? No longer thinking about Google Play credit. Now I'm thinking about Amazon and all that stuff that I want to buy, and how I could spend $20 on all of those Tootsie Rolls that I've been eating lately. $20 gets me 5 pounds of Tootsie Rolls.
Dang.
5 pounds.
Dang.
I've been eating those for a year.
That's worth it.
That's worth it.
I mean, dang.
Raspberry Tootsie Rolls, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
I don't
right.
like the normal Tootsie Rolls.
No, Tootsie Pops. The raspberry Tootsie Pops. Yeah.
Tootsie Pops. Yeah. Okay.
That's
yeah.
right.
I love Pops. Man.
So 455 followers. Let's refresh the page. 460. So they gained 5 in like 2 hours. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's why we asked earlier, what do you guys think we're going to be at? Like, where do you think we're going to be? 5 followers. Do you guys really want $20? They're giving away $400. Nobody wants it. I don't even have an Instagram account. I'm not going to make an Instagram account for this. Like, ugh. Instagram, gross.
Yeah, I mean, we're gamers.
Gamers, people.
Gamers.
Yo,
gamers.
Hey, all you gamers out there listening, go to Instagram for your gaming money. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old school. I do not go through Instagram. I don't have an Instagram account. Do you have an Instagram account?
I made one through Facebook, I think.
Did you know that Instagram is owned by Facebook?
Yeah, and you can log in with your Facebook account.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah. I mean, heck, I'm not going to pass up free $20. I'm never going to use that Instagram account.
Yo, if you win, will you split it with me?
Okay.
I could buy 2.5 pounds of Tootsie Pops.
Bro.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dip on over to their YouTube. 800 subscribers on YouTube.
Okay.
Nope.
It's a little better.
No,
it's a little
not.
better.
That's awful.
It's yeah.
It's YouTube,
Yeah,
dude.
it is awful.
YouTube
Yeah.
is like the platform that they're releasing all these videos on. It's a literal shame.
Sad. Yeah, it's really sad. I mean,
These
you have more subscribers than the Second Galaxy official.
That's right. Siigari, my channel, has more subscribers. Holy cow, you're right.
And significantly more.
Look at this.
Yeah, how many subs do you have? You have like what, 6K? Over 6K?
3,500
Okay.
subscribers.
Wait, 35. Okay.
Yeah, I have 3,500, but we're not.
Oh,
It went up to
looking at your
801. Oh shoot!
Oh whoa. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
It just
Twitch
went
is
up to
almost
802.
6K.
Yo, guess who subscribed? Ah, that's funny. I didn't realize
Yeah.
I hadn't. You know what? Honestly, though,
Oh.
they're not really giving me a reason to subscribe because I can watch it on Facebook or Instagram. You know, I can watch it on any other
Well,
platforms.
there is some stuff that they've
Discord.
been releasing. There is some stuff that they've been releasing just on the YouTube
Oh, that's like
So-
YouTube exclusive video.
videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
there,
like they've
I'm
done
subscribed.
some-
I'm subscribed now, Satan.
Okay, good.
I'm not gonna miss it.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
So let's just now we figured all this stuff out. Yay them. How many do they have on Facebook? Oh, here we go. I got it right here.
that's a good question.
They've got 56,559 on Facebook.
Wow.
That's a good sized community. Now that's
Yeah.
numbers.
That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's because almost 600K pre-regs and over 50K likes on Facebook.
So that's like 10%. That's a lot better.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
And the interesting thing too is that we know for the most part that those are individuals because Facebook has
Yeah.
really strict policies about alt accounts and whatnot. So for the most part, I think that we're getting an accurate picture just from Facebook, but then it makes me wonder, why are they struggling so much everywhere else?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't understand it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It's possible that it's the Chinese population, but I really don't know. I don't deal much with Facebook. The only game stuff I deal with, the only social medias I'm on, if you can call them that, are some on Reddit and Discord.
How big is their Discord anyway? And how big is their Reddit?
Let me check.
I think the Reddit has 300 people on it subscribed. And Discord, last time I checked, was like 650.
I thought it was under 6. I thought it was 550 when you checked it. Well, I'm looking right now.
So, fun fact, speaking of Discord, I actually contacted Ezreal.
It's 600. It's about 600 right now.
600. Okay.
Yep.
So I contacted Ezreal and said, yo, I don't know if you know about the Discord community program, but if you host a game, you get a custom link. So it could be discord.gg/secondgalaxy. You get a picture up in the top corner, and it's a registered community. So it makes it way easier to find. I told him about it. I said, thanks. We'll send this to the people that need to look at this. And I said, aren't you that person?
Yeah, that's what I
You're
was
the
gonna
community lead. What are you doing, man? And honestly, we were about to name the episode Looking Through a Steel Window. Because I swear, it's like talking to a brick wall. Hey, community manager, I want to share with you some things about community management that will get you some eyes on the game. We'll forward it to the proper people. Why?
Yeah.
Just tearing my hair out at this point.
We're not getting any serious responses. Like, the most serious responses that we've seen in Discord are, we'll look at that.
Ugh.
What kind of response is that?
No, and Commander, the game is coming out in early September. Like, please stop playing with us like that. Please. So here, let's examine really quick one more thing. And this is their attempt at viral advertising. So they have bad ads. I'm not a huge fan of their ads. And
I don't think anyone is.
they have sponsored a couple of YouTube faces to play their game. One of them was Orange Juice Gaming.
Yep. Someone
And
in
we'll take a look at
comment
Orange Juice
chat mentioned
Orange
him
Juice
earlier.
Gaming here. So Orange Juice Gaming has 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. And the video that he made for Second Galaxy, I don't know if those of you out there watching can find it. You probably can pretty quick because the logo's in there. 40,000 views. All right, 40,000 views, you think? That's great. We're paying this guy with 1.3 million subscribers to come in to show our game. But then you actually look at what's going on. On either side of this guy, and we've got a month worth of his videos here. On either side of the video for Second Galaxy, he had 238,000 views and 165,000 views. And Second Galaxy got 40,000 views. So if we're paying per subscriber, you got ripped off, Zilong.
Yeah.
You got ripped off, dude. 30% of just the next video, 165,000, 40,000. That's 25%. That's not even 30. Oof.
Yeah. And can we also just notice the fact that these people subscribed to him didn't even click on the video and decide that they didn't like the game. They're just like, "Oh, this is a space MMO. I'm not interested in that."
Right.
It's so this isn't even a problem of the advertising's bad. It has nothing to do with the quality of the video. It's just that they're doing it in the entirely wrong place.
It's not organic. It's not. You remember we watched the video a little bit earlier of me getting hood, and that was totally organic. Now I'm not trying to beat my own drum here, but I feel like the videos and the gameplay that we are seeing going around the Discord and the communities are videos from people that are vested into this. They want it to succeed. They care about it, like Bakria and Bakria, and there were a couple others. But let's
Bakria had a really good gameplay video.
Yeah, let's take a quick second. We're just gonna listen to what Orange Juice Gaming has to say about this game. Like we're gonna skip through it a little bit. We'll start here.
This video and supporting this channel. It's a special video that is sponsored by Second Galaxy.
Sponsored by Second Galaxy.
is
Okay,
a
so we know
massive
it's sponsored.
Open RPG that's got this sci-fi theme to it with just under 5,000 galaxies.
Okay, so we're gonna pause right there. Okay, so he's already lost me.
Yeah.
Is a game. Okay, can I go play it now? No. Is an upcoming game. Know what you're talking about, mister. All right, I'm gone. See ya. I go to check it out in the App Store. It's not there. Bye.
These galaxies are explorable, filled with cosmic dust, dark matter, wormholes.
Okay, we're talking technobabble. Nobody cares. It's filled with cosmic dust, dark matter. Are these buzzwords for mobile gamers?
Yeah, and what is he even talking about
Guys,
in the game?
We can get dark matter. Yes, that's what my life goal is to do, is to get dark matter.
I mean,
Space
I played one
stations
game that
and
dark matter was
other
paid
celestial
currency.
Exactly.
Does that count?
Exactly.
bodies. When you started exploring the game, you can fly all kinds
What
of
does
spaceships. and
dark matter even mean? What does this mean?
I'll research it and get back to you for next episode.
team up
I think
with
so.
others to form corporations to scoop up resources throughout the universe. You can also engage other corporations and trade with players from across the galaxy.
You can trade?
Yeah, but also, can we
Oh.
look at this? This is just playing an ad, one of the trailers they had for the game.
So he's not playing the game while he's
not
introducing
even-
it.
yeah.
That's
Not
okay.
even playing the
I think
game.
that's okay.
Yeah.
He's introducing it. He plays
Okay.
it. He plays it. So let's actually
Okay.
skip
Yeah.
through a little bit here to where he picks up the game.
Let's show you some gameplay so you can get the idea of the graphics of the ships, space, and battle scenes. You've got all sorts of ships and classes from
Okay.
the frigates that
Now, hang on a sec. Now I have a problem with it because he's just staring at the camera, talking to the camera, and he's not actually playing the game. But he's showing us now. Check this out. I want to show you this, Satan, and I want to show you this, listeners.
have really good mobility
I want you to listen to this, listeners.
for exploration due to their fast velocity. Destroyers that are versatile for traveling and a bit more adept for battle with their more well-rounded attack. But cruisers are really well-rounded in all categories.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So frigates are fast, destroyers do damage, and cruisers are well-rounded. Why does this
That's awesome.
matter? I know, it's great,
That's
right?
awesome. That's totally just the information I wanted. That makes me really want to play this game.
You should, if you guys get a minute, you should go watch this video. And I know that he's sponsored, and that's fine because we all make a living, right?
Yeah.
Just watch the video. Try and get through it without spilling something all over yourself because it's terrible. He talks later about literal stats. And I was watching the video thinking, are you for real? Now, we're going to skip ahead to the part where he actually is playing the game. And this is the best part because it's a little raw. And he just starts reading stuff off that is irrelevant.
Stuff. I like me a good shield. All right, let's go out into battle. I'm going to use my convert, and we're going to undock from the station there, and let's explore the realm.
We're going to undock
space.
from,
There's
what was
so
that
much
called?
To do. Nothing here because it's pretty safe.
There's so much to
Going
do. Nothing here.
Woo!
You're killing me, man. You're actually killing me. The second that he went off script, he just lost it. He lost it, and we have 5 seconds of video. Dude, no. You are not selling this game to anybody that is not interested in the slightest in a space game. Anybody that cares about a space game is already interested. Anybody that doesn't care about a space game, that's what you're trying to sell to. And this was bad advertising. This was bad marketing. Waste of money. Waste of money.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts a lot. Let's take a look at Mr. Sark. Mr. Sark is another sponsored streamer. He got 1.2 million subscribers. He has 1.2 million subscribers. And his video actually did way better than Orange Juice Gaming. And Orange Juice Gaming, he's like in the Google Play Store and stuff like that. You can see him if you scroll through it. He's in there. It's funny. This guy got 140,000 views. So he got 3 times of viewership, sorry.
Yeah.
Almost 4 times. No, I was right. And his videos are surrounded by a 203 and 166, so performed a lot better. The only video that he has that doesn't have as many views is the most recent one, but that's because that was posted like 7 hours ago. And it had 32,000 views. So people that are subscribed to him immediately watch those videos, and you get a good chunk. So 140,000 people that are subscribed to this guy, I would imagine most, probably 50 to 70% are his subscribers, not people that are interested in Second Galaxy. Because he also is a sponsored streamer. So people that are interested in the game, they'll look at it, but then they'll say, oh, yeah, Mr. Sark, nah, it's okay. Let's take a quick look at how Mr. Sark approaches Second Galaxy through his content. And I think that this was actually a more interesting video than Orange Juice Gaming's. So here we go.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Second Galaxy with my good buddy Nick, aka Enfin, and we are hopping into the multiplayer for the first time in just a minute.
All right, so kind of a dicey opening. We're hopping into the multiplayer. There's single player mode. What? He's doing it with a friend, so he's got help. He's not reading off of his friend the monitor. All right.
We've been wrapping our brains around the basics for the last few days.
Okay, so boom, interesting. He is trying to get into the game. This is not just a paid shill.
Yeah. Also, noticing we're starting the video off with action. They're actually showing a cinematic of a fight between ships.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a fight going on right here.
Hardcore.
Yeah. So we're right there
MMO,
grabbing people's attention.
There's a lot of game here. There's
Like-
the RPG story elements. There's that hardcore min-maxing, number crunching, ship modifying, and then for me, I just like flying around, checking out space. It's beautiful.
So
and the music.
he's talking about min-maxing. He's catering better to the pay-to-win category and the people that care about, oh man, I got to get that great piece of gear, or I got to fly the best ship. You know, I want to stomp.
Yeah.
He's in the first 30 seconds of this video, in my opinion, done leaps and bounds better than OJ did in his whole video.
Yeah, I agree.
What the heck? Now, here's the problem. Why does it have low viewership? Why does this video have low viewership? We're just gonna stop because honestly, his video. Well, we'll skip through really fast, and his video is good. It's got his camera. He's playing it. He's talking about the game.
Manually.
No,
He's
I don't
talking with
think
his
so. I
friend,
would
and
take
we're
an
seeing
eternity,
raw,
but
unadulterated gameplay. Like he's really
Yeah.
playing the game. So there is something to be said for that. If you want to see what some of the gameplay is like, watch this video. But I digress. Back to my original point. Where are the viewers? What happened? There's a disconnect.
Yeah, and I think that just goes back to wrong community.
Wrong community. So
Wrong
Mr.
community.
Sark, even though he did a bang up job pulling this off, sharing it with the population, it didn't get syndicated very well. He was paid money by Zlong Games to play this game on stream for 15 minutes, or on video for 15 minutes. So why didn't they put that on their Facebook? Why isn't that pinned to their Twitter? Why all these outlets that they could share this so people could go and get some, all right, so there's the Second Galaxy Twitter and Facebook. Where can I see some gameplay? Where can I see somebody talking about this? How about you direct it to the people that you paid money to play? Literally. It's like they said, hey guys, what can we do to help market this game? Well, how about we get a briefcase, stuff it with $100 bills, and then set it on fire? Okay, that sounds like a good idea. That's exactly what happened. Like, gosh, it's infuriating to me. I have seen Eskimos do a better job marketing ice to the natives than I have this company market a video game to gamers.
Yeah.
I just get so mad.
Yeah, like, okay. Just stepping back just a hair.
I'm tirading. I'm
video.
sorry.
Yeah, this video is honestly a really good video. Like, this is the kind of video I would share in the Second Galaxy Discord or various corporation Discords if they want to see gameplay. This is a good ad. But
And
like
that's
Sig
what
was saying-
that's what sponsorships are. Ads, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But so Sig was saying, yeah, it's why does it have just 141,000 views? Honestly, I think this could so easily be solved by throwing this out into other space communities. Like
Eve. But
Yeah, like
wouldn't they just
Eve,
tear it
or-
apart though? I mean that's a nasty
That's true.
place.
But also talking about other communities like smaller mobile games. Like you can go out on the Play Store or the App Store, find absolute plethora.
Okay, I'll pull
of-
some right off my head right here. Hades Star, Nova Empire,
Yeah.
Aeon Wars. Okay, there's
Galactic
three.
Clash.
There's three. Yes.
Yeah,
There you go.
There are tons. And if you go out, look at those communities, throw this game into those throw this video into those communities. That is where we want. I think you could get such good results by just claiming players from smaller communities, smaller mobile communities. We don't need to target the massive communities like Eve. We can get a ton of players. Like, now, talking about our corporation, Northwest, for a second. Our Discord size is practically rivaling the official Second Galaxy Discord size, just
Well,
because
We're about half
we have
that.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah, over half. Yeah, we're at like 350, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. 360, 375. So we're big. And the reason is because we have players from other small mobile games.
And they're posting in those communities. Hey, come and check
Yeah.
out Northwest Corporation for this game, Second Galaxy.
Yeah, like Nova Empire was the biggest one.
Why
is
did
the
you just
biggest
give
one.
away our secret?
Dang.
Dang it,
That's
man!
you.
No! No!
Okay, well,
Back
we
up,
already have
back up, rewind. Nobody
Okay,
heard
okay, yeah.
anything.
Rewind. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we have players from unnamed communities, and these are where the game is getting its biggest player base in the English communities.
Word of
I
mouth.
can't speak
Word
for
of
any
mouth.
others. Yeah. Word of mouth. Their advertisements are doing practically nothing. Like, if we look at
Well, hang on. You got to be super careful because you don't want to overstate. We have 350 people in our Discord.
Oh, really?
How many
Okay.
of those come from the Second Galaxy Facebook group? How many of those are coming from, the Second Galaxy inside? And then how many of those are coming from those organic community findings? I think it's probably 50-50. But if we say Siigari and his corporation pulled 350 people into the game where this guy got 140,000 views, just be careful.
Yeah, and we also do have to look at other corporations that are doing the exact same thing.
Sure.
So I'm not, it's just, I don't know how much they're doing and to what scale they're doing it. So I can't speak for them, but we can see a lot of corporations are doing the same thing as we're doing, pulling people from other small space games.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, that's where a lot of the player base is coming from. So I think if we could get quality content like this video out into those communities, that could spread a lot farther and a lot faster than just players telling their friends.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is Zlong, pay us money, and we will advertise your game better than you will.
Yeah, that
Thanks.
about sums it up.
All right, I like it. So let's just say they're hitting the wrong fan base with their ads. They're poorly marketing their game through sponsorships because they're not doing anything with their sponsorships once they make them. Maybe they don't have enough marketing money. Like I'm not sure how much. I'm not their accountant, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But if they get gamers that are interested and fanatical about that game, then that's your honeypot right there. Those people are gonna sell that game for you because they're gonna shout it off the rooftops. Second Galaxy is coming out someday. Please come and play it with us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, I think section
Yeah.
wrapped.
I think that's enough ranting for now.
My head hurts. I gotta drink some water here. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. So that's tough. And I'm really hoping that they get their act together. And
Yeah.
their native language isn't English. So I get it. And from what I understand in the beta, they still had a lot of untranslated stuff. My wife actually works for a translation company. So I know that there are translation companies out there that will be able to take you give them all of your stuff and you give them you give them your database of text and you give them some context and then you get a real human translator to say this means this. This means star system in this context, not galaxy. Okay. And then you get a proper translation. Stop spending so much money on crappy marketing and get the game translated right. Please. Yep. Okay?
Oh,
and then ask Siigari to do your sponsoring because I will blow it out of the water. I promise.
Yep.
What were you going to say?
Yeah. If they took a lot of the money from their marketing and just put it into the actual game development.
Yep,
and
totally.
Into all the lifestyle stuff for the game, that those translations, the little intricacies that make a game easier to play and more enjoyable to play.
You gotta have a
If they
super
put
polished
the money
game.
into that. Yeah, it would look good.
It would read good.
Yeah.
Cue Zoolander.
Yeah, and that's really the most important thing on a game release, is that it's polished, that there's no glaring flaws.
Totally. Because that first impression, so big. The only game that I ever played that I fell in love with and ignored the polish was a game called Atlantica Online. That game was the antithesis of polish. It was so bad. The polish was non-existent. It used a old system font that you could see the pixels in, and this is still in like a 1920 by 1080 resolution back in like 2008 or whatever.
Okay.
And the polish was terrible, but the gameplay was so good that I looked past that. We're
Yeah.
talking about a mobile game here, though, not a PC game. So in order for you to keep those players, they want it to be up to 2019 standards.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be reading broken English.
Yeah,
It's
and
going to
if you look at these
disenchant a lot of
graphics,
people.
like look at the graphics. They're really high quality. So
They really
it would
are.
just and it would kill a lot if we have these amazing tier graphics. I mean, we're talking about mobile here, so we can't compare to PC graphics, but for mobile graphics, they are really good.
So, do you think
And-
that it's going? Well, I'm going to stop you for a second. Do you think it's going to be one of those things where the players can look past some of the inconsistencies in the translation, like guys, I'm warping to the next system because we just know it's a system, instead of guys, I'm going 3 galaxies over? Are they going to be able to pull that off?
That one, I don't think we really have enough information to know, because are the inconsistencies just going to be to the extent of calling solar systems galaxies, or are they going to mess up the differences in tracking speed and range for guns?
Well,
or
we've got a chance for some great memes to flow.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and that's good advertisement. It's good advertisement. Or, well, let's just say advertisement in general.
Oh my gosh.
Might not be good.
All right, let's shift
So-
gears here.
Yeah.
So,
So
we recently learned some things, just being a part of the different communities that we're a part of, and it seems that the App Store has released a little bit of data.
yes, they have.
Let's see if we can pull that up here. I gotta
And-
find it. Oh, look at that! First time I clicked.
Woo.
Hey,
Amazing. That's a new record.
hey, man. All right, so we've got here, and this is off your iPhone. No, this is off of somebody else's.
No, this
iPhone.
is somebody else's, but yeah, I got it on my tablet.
Okay, so I don't know
So,
if this is quite accurate as
Yeah,
of
this
today,
is
'cause I don't
this
have
is
an
subject
iPhone.
to change, and this is subject to change.
All right,
They've
so
said. Actually, I can check it out right now.
what we're looking at here
Yeah.
is the iTunes app info for Second Galaxy, and we've got game strategy, compatibility works in this iPhone, language English, age rating 9+, and then in-app purchases. So we have access to their in-app purchases pricing, and I'll just go over them really fast for brevity. 600 Iridium, 99 cents. 6,800 Iridium, $10. So you gain 800 Iridium in kind for buying that pack. 28,800 Iridium for $20. For some reason, 3,000
Back
Iridium
to
is
$5.
$5. Yeah, that was a little weird. Technology Renovation 1 is $3. We assume that is a subscription.
Yeah,
And
I will
Iridium-
I'll mention that later.
Iridium is they're the sorry. They are the gems of the game. So, in mobile games you have like the pay currency.
Yeah.
That's Iridium. 32,800 Iridium, $50 or $49 actually. And these are actually listed in GBP, but whatever. 64,800 Iridium is $100. 100 simoleons. So they do have a $100 purchase bracket. Neat.
Yeah.
Games with $100 brackets. I long for Brave Frontier, where $34.99 was as much as you could spend. Those were the days.
Oh yeah.
Fun,
That sounds good.
yeah. Fun Supply 1, $5. Technology Renovation 2 is $7. So it goes from Technology Renovation 1, which is $3, to Technology Renovation 2, which is $7. So that goes up by 133%. And then Cerebral Equipment 3 for $20. So we got an idea of some of the things you can purchase for cash. Now, what this doesn't show us is the things that you can buy for cash in the cash shop. And
we also have no idea what this technology or innovation, fund supply, and cerebral equipment are. All we have is just speculation on that.
it's all speculation. And that is interesting. I'm actually looking at something. King Courage pointed out in chat, and I'm totally mentioning this because it's really funny. If you buy the $48.99 pack twice, you get more Iridium than you do for buying the $100 pack.
That is true. Yeah. I mean, it's just a tiny bit more, but still,
That's
more is
funny.
more.
Don't let them know. So
Looks
you
like
get
they don't watch this.
65,600 instead of 64,800, and you spent $2 less.
Yeah.
Discount.
Also, one thing I just want to quickly note: look at the extra iridium you get of $1 versus $100. It's like 8. I think I did the math right. Like 8% extra. Is that right?
Oh,
I did that
so
right.
we would do
Yeah.
divided by 64,800. It is,
Yeah.
yeah, it's about 7.5%. You're right.
Yeah, it's like 8%. So in a lot of these games, you'll look at if you buy $100 worth of stuff, you'll get like 30% extra, or sometimes more, but rarely less.
pinchers.
Yeah, so like
Oof.
8%. Come on, man, you can do better than that.
Oof.
So yeah, okay. Actually, one thing I wanted to briefly touch on is this mysterious technology renovation thing.
The $3
So
one.
yeah, so actually I didn't get a screenshot of this, but on their App Store information, they have this enigmatic, let's see, adventure plan.
Totally gonna stop you for a second.
What?
Chat's killing it
Chat,
today.
what's chat doing?
Chat's on it. So 6,800 iridium for $10 is 68,000. So that's, oh gosh,
That's
dang, wow,
insane.
that's crazy.
Wait,
So what is that?
yeah, that's the same.
60,
That's the same as the.
65,600.
Wait, that's the 10 pack is. What the heck is this?
That's hilarious. That's we're getting like 10-15% bonuses now for
Yeah,
buying
so
the small packs. Okay, anyway, go ahead. Thanks, chat.
great.
You're awesome.
Honestly, yeah, love you guys. So yeah, there's this enigmatic adventure plan subscription that you probably noticed there is no adventure plan listed in those in-app purchases. So they talk about this adventure plan that it gives 2 daily restoration chances. Which
Do I
is
have that
ship repairs
picture?
and stuff?
Do I have that picture?
No, don't have that picture.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay.
Dad.
Hey, man.
So
Son?
yeah, gives
You get in
bonus restoration chances, reduction to research times, which that's basically the equivalent of skills in
Mhm.
EVE Online,
Mhm.
and trading post extra slots, so you can sell, you can put more stuff up for sale,
So basically, yeah.
and it almost doubles the amount you can
Each
put up for
time?
sale.
Does it double it each time though?
What do you mean each time?
Well, can I buy it multiple times?
I do not think so. So it's a subscription, but there's but
well,
it
but is it a
costs
tiered
$3
subscription
a
like
month.
they're obviously doing
don't.
here?
They don't say it is.
Oh man,
So
I don't want to have to
what I'm
spend
wondering-
$60 to be subscribed to this game.
What I'm wondering is if the technology renovation 1 and 2 are this adventure plan. Because we know this is probably machine translated. It's at least translated. So I'm wondering if those are actually the same thing, since the adventure plan says it's $3 and that technology renovation is the only thing on that list that's $3. So I'm hoping that's the case, because this could get chaotic otherwise. And
Well,
honestly, I would like a subscription. I wouldn't mind it. It's going too
The
much to
game-
say that I would like it, but I wouldn't mind it.
so the game is free to play accessible. We know that.
Yes.
They literally say on the App Store price free.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody's going to get to play it, and that's fine. I'm okay with everybody playing it. What we're talking about here though is so we've got a general idea here of pricing. And it looks like their entry-level subscriptions are going to be $3. That's going to be awesome for somebody that's just doing Google surveys, or that, wants to spend $5 out of their lunch money one day to drop onto the game. They're going to get a little benefit. But then it makes me worried because we've got tiers on that subscription. So do I buy tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3?
Oh.
Do I just buy tier 3? Is tier 2 the best bang for the buck? Like, there's too many options there. Way too many options.
Yeah. Well, I would hope it would be just a linear thing where you can either have 1, 2, or 3. Well, currently they only are listing 2 things if those indeed are subscriptions.
But we're talking about whales. The potential for whaling here, if you get a benefit for each one, let's say that you get, okay, so we're just going to go to like standardized MMO items. Let's say that you get a gold epic item or something like that in each of the treasure, or in each of the technology renovations, okay? So if I spend, just going to guess that the third one is $10, or we'll say it's $15, okay?
15.
So
yeah,
15 plus 7 plus 3 is 25, okay? So if I spend $25 instead of $3, I get all of those epic items 3 times for $25 a month, plus whatever stacking benefits there are from that. Oof.
Yeah.
So then that's just technology renovation. Then there's adventure plan. Then there's cerebral equipment. Come on. Now I'm spending $120, just pulling a number out of my head. $120 to be subscribed to this game just to keep up
Yeah, well,
with spenders.
with cerebral equipment, I was actually thinking that would just be a
Like implants? Like I think that's a set of implants.
Yeah, I know
Right.
there are implants in it.
Implants, for those of you that don't know, are in EVE Online, you can install implants which increase your attributes, so intelligence, memory, charisma, perception, and willpower, okay? And they make you learn faster. Continue.
So you get skills faster.
Right.
And but there are also ones that provide buffs to weapons and ships and stuff. So they're not just non-combat related.
So do you think that they are just starting at like a 3rd tier? It's just you just get the best tier for $20.
I'm really not sure, because I know in this there are techs and ranks. Like we touched on that briefly.
Yes, you did.
Last stream.
Tech 1, 2, and 3 ships,
And then
for each
ranks through
each
5,
ship.
I believe.
And we found out in the little tidbit, there are Tech 3 battleships, battle cruisers, destroyers, and frigates.
Yes.
So there's Tech 1, 2, and 3 for each ship class. And we
I'm not sure about caps though. We have no information on capital ships.
okay. So
So, yeah.
so I
Very
guess
weird.
what do you think? Well, first of all, were you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
So
pretty much
what do you think this sets as a precedent for being nickel and dimed to death to play the game? Are we going to be nickel and dimed, or can we just go with a couple of subscriptions? I guess. Like, do we lose our attributes when we buy the cerebral equipment set? You paid $20 for it, and at the end of the month, you got to pay $20 more to keep that learning speed.
I was thinking it would just be a one-time thing where you spend $20 and you get a set of implants. So you'll keep these implants. Now, I'm not sure if implants are like implants in EVE, where if you lose your pod, your implants are gone, because I know Second Galaxy does not have pods. So I
That's
really don't know
right.
about implants. So yeah, I'll have to do more research on that.
Okay, so I guess moving on, since we're talking about subscription there, what about
Yeah.
just direct purchases? So you were really excited about this. How
Okay.
do purchases
Yeah.
scale?
Okay, so yeah, that was kind of one of the more things I wanted to discuss. First, I wanted to just list off how ridiculously overpowered Iridium is. So we do have what you were afraid of, where you can turn real money into power directly, into in-game strength. So you can see in the picture there, there's research, decryption, there are caches that you can get.
We're looking at the
either-
game UI for those of you listening.
Yeah, this is the game UI. So
This
you
just looks
can
like the main screen.
get- yeah, when you're docked in a station on your home base. So there's decryption where you can get crates or caches from either in-game or the cache shop with Iridium.
And that's for getting blueprints, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and
possibly other
blueprints are for
things.
building ships.
and modules.
And I'm really wanting to call them tubes so we can get away from that dastardly C word. Crate.
Yes.
Crate is the
Crate.
worst word because
These
crate
are
brings this
not
negative
loot crates.
connotation. Loot crate.
Yeah, these are not loot crates.
Call 'em
These are
tubes.
very much not. Okay, tubes.
Tubes.
They're
Okay,
tubes.
can we call them tubes for the rest of the podcast?
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
Correct me if I call
I'm
them.
going to charge you
crate.
25 cents every time you call them a crate.
Dang it!
All right. Everybody
Okay,
out
dude.
there, keep count.
I'm giving you $10 if I get the card.
Yeah.
Wow, I do not need this negativity in my life.
It's
Okay,
tube tax.
so- Tube. Okay. So research. That's equivalent of skills in Eve. You can speed these up with Iridium. Yay. So skill injectors, but worse, way worse. Decryption. You can either buy tubes
Wait.
and even speed up the opening of tubes.
Okay, hold on. I want to stop you. What makes that worse
Okay.
than skill injectors?
Because it's the closed economy of Eve, the player-based economy, where even if a player buys a skill injector, it's not that they're just pulling skill points out of nowhere.
Right.
It's
They're somebody else extracted those skill points. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
get
so
you.
someone's losing ISK, someone's gaining ISK.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not just their stuff appearing out of nowhere.
Correct. Very good. Okay. I'm sorry
Yeah.
I cut you off. Continue.
So it's all good. So yeah, research, decryption, these you can speed them up with Iridium. You can buy tubes with Iridium.
Oh my gosh.
So really, you can get blueprints and research text skills without ever doing anything, without ever leaving a station, and you can do this in the period of 5 minutes. You can spend what would take a free-to-pay oh gosh, I'm tired. Free-to-play player, 5 days. You can do it in 5 minutes if you drop enough money. These ship hangers, you can get a ship. Oh, I just noticed there are maximum 1 ships you can have. That really sucks. But so yeah, these ships, you build ships. You can use Iridium to speed up the construction of ships. Yay.
Oof.
Oof. That's a big oof. So really,
That's so many things you can do with Iridium. If I
Yeah.
get Iridium, I'm just going to like be scared to spend it because I'll need it for something.
and from what this is looking like, with enough Iridium, you could just sit in the station and
Pay to win the game.
buy credits, train up your research,
Oh, don't say
Get
buy credits.
blueprints. I don't know. I don't know if you can buy credits, but I'm pretty certain that you can.
We're hoping not.
So
We're hoping not.
we're really hoping not. But so yeah, from the looks of it, if you had enough Iridium, you could just build any ship you want, get any module. Now, the good thing about this is ship licenses. Even if you have a Titan or whatever the super capital equivalent of a Titan is, you won't be able to fly it unless you have the license. And a license you have to get by completing the missions. There's no way to accelerate that.
You
So,
know, hang on a second. Now that I'm thinking about it,
that's a silver lining.
wasn't there another app store? Fund Supply.
Fund Supply, yes. That was $5, and I was thinking that probably has a bit of most of the.
I stood on my head when I read that.
yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
we were in voice chat when he saw that, and Sig was just absolutely freaking out. It was actually kind of funny, honestly.
Hey, man. That's not funny.
Sorry,
Dude. That's,
I revel in others' misfortune.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
it's not.
Never
It's
mind,
not
I'm
my
sorry.
misfortune. That's everybody's misfortune that wants like a balanced
Yeah.
game economy. You start introducing cash. Or, I'm sorry. You start introducing credits for cash, just out of thin air to print money. Goodbye, stable game economy.
Yeah.
It's not
Well-
a good thing.
Well, I mean, I've seen that done in other games, right? Where it's basically a waste of money. Where if you want it bad enough, you can drop $5,000 on getting this small amount of credits.
Okay,
But
sure,
nobody will do that.
but
I'm hoping it's something like that.
those are in games where you are in your own little ecosystem of currency. Games like, okay, I think about like Epic
Not all.
7, for example. Epic 7's a gacha that I played, but
Yeah.
gold was the most important currency. Like, you needed gold because everything cost gold. It was really expensive, and you had the option to use cash to buy gold or to buy the pull currency for like gacha. And what do you think people did? They probably did a little bit of 50-50 because you need gold to do stuff and you need money to buy gacha stuff. Maybe that's accurate, maybe that's not. I digress. The point is
know.
that you can't do that in an open world game where money matters in the economy.
Yeah.
That's why I freaked out. And I think it's still a legitimate freak out. If they do that, they are saying to their community, we don't give a flying fish about what you guys think of how much something should cost on the market. We're just going to let you buy it if you spend money.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah, not cool. But still, say your reaction was actually really funny. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now we've kind of talked a bit about that. We can get to the main thing that I want to talk about, and I'd love to hear everyone's comments on this. So I think that even with all these incredibly overpowered things that Iridium can do, I think that Second Galaxy could still pull off a good cash shop with good purchase scaling. So if a player can spend, say, $10 and get 60% of what a player that spends $100 gets, or a player that spends $100 can get 80% of what a player that spends $1,000 gets. If it can scale dramatically enough, I think we could still end up with a really good system. So for the players, that can only drop like $5 a month, $2 a month.
So you're talking about diminishing returns.
Yeah. So just the further up it goes, it hits a point that it's totally not worth it. And I think we could manage this with good monthly offers. Just as simple as that. Monthly, weekly offers, daily offers. No, please, never mind. I take that back. No daily offers.
You got to be super careful. Yeah, I was going to say daily offers. No, you got to be careful. Getting nickeled and dimed is a very real thing in these games. Oh, man, I'll just spend $3. It popped up on my screen. It's like the deal's expiring in 24 hours. I better buy it the next day. Yeah. Oh, man, $10 gets you a free skill. Oh, okay. I've been looking at that skill anyway. It doesn't matter. The whales are there.
Yeah.
And the people who don't know any better, which is the worst thing. Oh, I've got mom and dad's credit card. Yeah, that just popped up on the side of my screen there. There's a little flash.
Yeah.
What is that? Ooh, free skill. Yoink. So we have to be careful. What I don't want to see happen is we get into that position where there are all the things to subscribe to, or every month there's the repack or the first time repurchase bonus or something every single time you do it. Because yes, while that incentivizes people to spend, it is destructive to the players. And I have to walk that line. Like, I am all about spending for a benefit. I am not about in bad taste tactics to get players to spend.
Yeah, definitely.
Just throw everybody the same deal once and let it be.
Yeah. And have these one-time deals actually be one-time deals.
That's right. Not, we reactivated them next month.
Yeah. I hate that. So yeah, I really just kind of wanted to get out there that I think they still can pull this off. They can still not make this game too pay to win. And I really actually would love to see what they do with this. Because I think, yeah, they can pull it off. It's just, if they get too greedy, it's going to be too pay to win and the game's going to die. That's
And the game's going to die. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So.
All right. Should we open it up for some questions?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about, really.
Okay. So we've been kind of doing for past 10, 15 minutes of the show. We'll ask questions and see if we are smart enough to answer them. Looks like. So those of you guys out there that are watching the stream, if you have any questions, throw them out there. If you're listening to the podcast and you want to ask a question, go to twitter.com/mainfrequency. No underscores or anything like that. And ask your question, and we'll answer it next week on stream if it's a question that we like and it's properly formatted and there's no text errors. So yeah, throw out those questions. I'm joking. Throw out those questions and we will answer them. Let's take a quick look and see if anybody asked any questions last month or last week. No, nobody even followed this Twitter.
Oh,
Twitter.com/main frequency. I'll link it in chat here.
Yeah, and you probably throw it in some of the Discords.
We'll throw it in the Discords. Question from Phantom Dave 17. Do you agree that the game will be free to play on release and its first weeks to attract people to fully pay to win after a few months after release? Happens on most MMOs, and then some examples. What? I don't think I followed the question. Do we think it'll be free to play on release?
So
Yes.
Basically, well, what I think, what my understanding of that question is basically, is the game going to be extremely free to pay friendly for the first, just very beginning of the game to get everyone invested in the game, and then you suddenly hit like level 30, and you're like, okay,
Paywall?
and you spent $500 to continue.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's going to be that way.
Or
I think,
or
go ahead,
not
go
a
ahead.
paywall. Sorry, yeah, not necessarily a paywall, but you just need a lot. You need to put in money to continue going at a reasonable pace, to continue progressing at a reasonable
Okay,
pace.
I hear what you're saying. Okay, so I have an opinion on this. I do.
Have an opinion.
I do. I've been thinking about it. All right. So
Okay.
in EVE Online, this kind of ties into EVE just because of how I'm going to explain it. But in EVE,
Okay.
any player can go anywhere they want when they start. So you start the game, you can fly out to Nullsec if you want to. Nullsec is like the Badlands where
And you'll be
players
blown
own
up.
space. Yeah, that's right. You'll probably
I
be
did
blown
it
up.
when I first started.
Some
I jumped into a warp bubble and died.
that sucks.
was
I'm
sad.
sorry. Some players make it a challenge to see how long it'll take for them to get blown up when they go out to Nullsec for like the first time. And they make a lot of friends, and it's really cool. I think, though, this game takes a slightly different approach. Here's my thought. So what I understand, I'm like adjusting my seating here because I'm getting on my pedestal.
Because you have an opinion.
That's right. I have an opinion. Hear it. At level 20, the Chaos regions, aka Nullsec, unlock. So you can't even go there until level 19. Thank you. What that means is when you go out there, you're going to be greeted with a whole bad time. The mobs out there are going to be super tough. They're going to tear you open. You need to get your act together in order to go out there. Is that a paywall? No. That is a group wall. You can't solo anymore, so you need to go start playing with your friends. And I think that is going to bring in the real end game. The real end game starts at the beginning of the game, like it does in EVE. And a lot of EVE players would disagree with me, but I played the game for 15 years and I know I'm right. EVE starts, EVE finishes as soon as you start, because you can go as far as you want in that game. And then when you're done, and you've hit the end game already. So in this, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that touches on that kind of carries into something I wanted to briefly touch on, which is, if you've ever seen a fleet in EVE, a fleet is not made completely of ridiculously expensive ships.
No.
No fleet you'll see just flying ships that are like $500 real life money. You're gonna see ships that are worth cents flying in between them to fulfill various tasks.
Okay.
So that's where I'm thinking, just because you don't pay a lot of money doesn't mean you're not going to be useful in a group fight.
That's right. That's right.
So,
I'm not going to pick you apart now for what you said.
Okay. Thank you.
Because
I know you could.
I totally could, but I'm not going to.
I know. Okay. And we will talk about that more next stream, where we will be covering ships. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to finish because I was almost done with my opinion.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think that people that want to play the pirate life and they want to pirate players, doing it in chaos regions is going to be a really bad way to go, because I think that the big groups are going to be in the chaos regions and they are going to be able to defend themselves pretty fast. So you get a gang of pirates, we'll just call it a gang of pirates, comes into your nullsec area or your chaos space area, and they try to mess you up. Except you've got 30 people there already, ready to come and aid you. Will the straggler get picked off once in a while? Sure. But I think that once the players get out there, it's over. They're going to establish their colony or their sovereignty, and anybody that comes to show up to like rough them up, unless they're shooting at their sovereignty, they're not going to get much of a response out of them because they made it. You know?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think there's going to be, I think there is going to be a wall, but it's not going to be a skill wall. It's going to be a, you just can't do this by yourself wall. All right. Let's hit the next question.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the next question?
So, Turunga is asking, what do you think the skill progress will look like for careers? I guess.
Keep going.
Yeah, says, will it be added abilities as you level or just buffing a few standard abilities?
So he's talking about the soldier, the explorer,
engineer,
the engineer, and the miner or something?
I think, I don't remember. There are 4 of them.
Okay.
Miner, I think.
I don't think that was one.
But, yeah. So there are your nations, and then you can pick a career. So from my understanding, all that careers do is they set what abilities you'll be specialized in when you start, and they give you a permanent buff. So
Ooh.
Take a person that has no buffs to attack or defense from their career. Okay, trader. So take a person that has no buffs to attack or defense for their career. Give them the exact same skills and exact same ship as a person who's flying soldier with an attack buff.
Okay.
With the exact same skills and the exact same ship.
Interesting.
The soldier's always going to win because of that passive buff, his same skills are stronger in attack than the other person's.
Okay, so you remember we were talking about loot crates earlier.
Yes.
Can you pull the buff out of a loot crate?
What? No, this is a buff for your account. It's once selected at the beginning of the game.
No, but answer the question.
So,
do you think?
What are you talking about?
Okay.
No, I don't think you can. That
you
totally
don't think you can what?
Sense. Get the buff out of a loot crate.
You said crate. You owe me a quarter.
Dang it!
All right, I'm just messing with you.
Hey, wait, you said crate then. Okay.
I did say crate. I didn't.
Crap, I said it again.
50 cents. We got the knights who say crate. All right.
Okay.
So the answer is static progress or no progress, and it's just going to be a passive.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll just affect your starting skills, and you'll get a passive buff throughout the entire game.
Okay.
It doesn't affect your skill gain or anything.
That's interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, that's almost weird because I haven't had that experience in EVE. In EVE, all of your damage in combat is based off of your skills, not based off of the starting attributes that you had for perception and willpower. Like, you know?
Yeah.
That's actually...
I think it was pretty interesting, though.
It is interesting, but it makes a path of least resistance or an easily top best choice. Like, it makes a best choice. So best in slot. Who cares about trading? Who cares if you have a little bit more cargo space? You want to be able to shoot and defend yourself. And I mean, I'm thinking of what research. I mean, maybe you can research faster or scientist or whatever it was. Okay. But cash accelerates that. Does cash accelerate damage in this game? I don't think so.
No.
So I'm going to take what I can't spend cash on and put that in my passive slot, and then I'll just buy everything else. Like, but I don't even want to say that because I don't want pay to win in the game in that sense. So
okay.
I am needing to stop talking about pay to win.
Yes, I agree.
No. Any more questions? Come on, we got a couple more out there. I know you guys have just you've been sitting on your hands. You really got to know what's up.
Yes, I know you're here.
Really though,
See you.
really though, I'm so nervous that just
Okay.
I'm just thinking about all this pay to win stuff, and I just don't want to.
Yeah. Actually, Noda did touch on something pretty interesting. So, okay, I didn't know you got skill points every level, but you get these skill points that you can apply to like attack, defense, thrusters. I don't know all of them. I think there are 4. So your account will naturally gravitate to a certain direction as you level up and apply your skill points. So eventually that buff that you started the game with, now I don't know how big that buff is, but yeah, eventually that buff you started the game with will be overshadowed by the buffs you've gained while leveling up your skills.
So
Not-
it's
not research, but your actual skills.
So what did they? You didn't play World of Warcraft. What did they have in World of Warcraft? They had your passive ability. Every race, it was a racial passive. That's right. Every race got a racial passive. So you're saying that this is going to be a diminutive benefit compared to the benefits that you get each level?
Yeah, it'll become less important
Hmm.
as you go on.
Interesting. What nation
Yeah.
will you start as? Okay, I'll answer. I've been thinking about it, and I don't know quite yet which one for sure. I have been eyeballing the ECD a little bit because, well, not.
I know they have like really ugly ships. Like,
Don't be a jerk, man.
okay,
You know,
Just
you're
saying,
picking on
whatever.
my preference here. I'm not going to tell you that
although
your
they,
ships
their
are
characters
ugly.
do look really cool, though.
The characters
will
look
say
great.
that. The
That's
characters
the
look
whole
awesome.
reason that I'm going after it. I don't care about the ships. They're going
But
to
you
be.
don't see your character. The ship is what you see.
I'm going to be
man.
so zoomed out. I'm never going to see my ship. Okay, look here's what I'm saying. The ECD looks interesting. I wanted to go Oracle, but somebody told me Oracle's way too short range. Actually, I think it was you,
Yeah.
Noda. And
That
but
is great.
we don't know enough about we don't know enough about things. I don't know enough about things. There we go. Let me fix my pronouns. That I haven't settled yet. So I'm eyeballing ECD right now. ECD is currently where I'm looking. And I like
Yeah.
blasters. I like brawling. So I went for short range anyway.
I've,
What about you?
I've pretty much settled on NEF, Neo Europa Federation, just because I like missiles. I like Caldari, and the
Ugh.
NEF is Caldari.
He's squid. No, man.
Come on, I like my Caldari.
All right. You know, this game
I
gives
love
you
her sword,
free. This
please.
game doesn't have explosion velocity and stuff. So, or it doesn't have tracking. I
Oh.
think it has accuracy.
Yeah, it does have tracking. It does actually have tracking.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
and we'll cover that more in next
Another
episode
episode.
when we talk about ships.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because that's part of it.
Phantom Dave
But yeah.
asked a really good question. Do you think the NEF will be the most popular race due to their playstyle or ship design?
Ship design, or ship design / style. So I think it's just all about the looks of the ships, not how they play.
So, in EVE Online, a very large percentage of the player base a long time ago went with Achura because they had insane charisma. Insane. Their charisma was off the charts. And this was a race that was released in Red Moon Rising. Or wait, no, was it charisma? Or no, it was intelligence and memory. It was some crazy high stat. They had some ridiculous stat. It made their mission running a breeze. It made they were just clearly the best race to pick if you wanted to go make money, like grind ISK in EVE. You went Achura. There was no other race that could do it better, and that sucked. And so what you wound up getting was this really lopsided preference towards Caldari, and then they introduced remapping your attributes, so then you could put your attributes wherever you wanted, and then it didn't matter as much. But for a long time, it was Caldari was the only way to go. And then you had the Tengu, which exacerbated this. The Tengu killed everything without caring whether how fast it was going or not. It shot heavy missiles, which hit almost everything just perfect, used precision for small ships, used rage for large ships, missiles cost nothing because the demand was so high and the supply was excessive. So everybody went Caldari. So linking that into the NEF, no. I think that was an Eve thing. And
Yeah.
I don't think the NEF ships don't even look that good.
Yeah, I was
Not that I'm
thinking
saying that they're ugly. I just don't think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
appealing visually.
as far as is what we talk about when we talk about ugly, but they know
Oof.
that.
Oof.
But they make up for it in having, I think, the most well-rounded ships. So we might see a lot of those in PvP, but that's an entirely different matter. But so yeah, I think in terms of how visually
Ouch.
appealing they are, I think Oracle has
Oracle.
the best looking ships.
They got
like,
some
Those
curves,
ships
you
look
know?
awesome
Yeah, man.
and shiny. They're
Yeah.
like really shiny.
They are straight rip of the MR, though. I mean, every
Yeah.
single detail. They've even got the little ornate gold trim and stuff. It's so bad.
Right?
I can't believe, and I've mused about this. I don't want to go bashing Zilong again.
But you are anyway.
I'm going to, dude. How are they not getting sued? And is it because they're in China? And the answer is probably. But oh my gosh, guys, we got to wrap
It's
up this
crazy.
episode. We've been going.
Yeah,
If we
and-
could just keep going,
We're getting off topic too.
we
We're
really
gonna,
are.
End up going right into ships anyway. But yeah, nope. Saving that for next week.
Next week. All right. So,
Next week.
and we don't. Okay, so next week is going to be about ships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want to see some. I want to see some stats. I want to start theory crafting some meta, even though I know that I
Yeah.
can't because I haven't really gotten a good look at modules and stuff. Just a few screenshots. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank
Gonna
you
be
so much for being a part of the Main Frequency podcast. This has been episode 2, and we are going to stream and podcast available next week, probably on Saturday or Sunday. Depends really on our schedule. We're trying to do one every week until release. So thanks for being here. Shout outs to the people from Northwest and all the other Discords that we posted our link in to come and visit us live. Shout outs to the people at home or at work or just sticking their earbuds in to listen to us. Thank you so much for being here. Right now we're available on Spotify, Anchor, and Google Public Radio and Google Podcasts. You can hear us, the Main Frequency. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much.
See you next week and see you in Discord.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye now.